Nocturnal bass is my personal favorite virtual instrument that we've ever created. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why that is. What better way to demo it in the mix than with one of Nick's new Termina tracks, Take Flight, mixed by the legendary Zach Savini. Okay, so as you can tell, it frames the guitars beautifully. One of the great things about this bass is that it has the mid-range tonality of your average dual pickup J bass, really jangly and nice in the mid-range, but the fullness in the lows of a dual bucker bass, which is why to me, ostensibly, this is basically the best of both worlds. But more importantly, let's move on to the articulations that it's capable of, starting off with pick. Down pick. Legato. Slap bass, legato. Slap, dead slap, legato. Tap. Slides. Strumming. Harmonics. Palm mute. Now, if this is the very first time you're encountering one of our true basses, you haven't played with Eurobass 3, Djent Bass 2, Umansky Bass, Grove Bass, all the others that we have out right now, I'll run you through some of the common features that they all have, which makes these instruments so unbelievably powerful. So one of the coolest features that we have is the position knob down here, which allows you to preferentiate the higher frets rather than the more zingy open lower ones. So take a listen. So ostensibly a completely different tonality just based on where you perform it on the fretboard, and this is what allows you to match your riffs one-to-one, not just in terms of the notes, but the tonality, which is really sick. Now over here, we have the humanize function, which basically makes the performance more randomized and humanized the higher clockwise you go. We tend to like it on the border of human and bassist. Over here, we have the alternate picking selector, which allows you to basically break it down based on the note value that's being played. 99% of the time, you can keep it on automatic and not worry about it. Over here in the Doom switch, we actually lower the round robin, only giving you access to the most powerful samples that we've recorded, but making it ostensibly a lot faker sounding. So I would say that a majority of the time, you won't need this unless you're creating EDM or something extremely powerful where the realism of the bass doesn't matter as much as the punch. So let's take a listen. It's a lot more realistic, a lot more humanized when you keep the Doom switch off. I'd recommend keeping it off for most organic music. Now, one of the exciting things is, of course, we have 3 pre-bundled tones. What you've been listening to here is the raw DI, which is the way that the bass sounds directly out of the jack. This is amazing if you want to process it yourself with your own favorite plugins or your own pedals, real amps. You can treat it like a real bass performance. But if you're lazy like I am, you can switch to clean mode in this instance and take a listen to this. And you can actually alter the tone with the mixer slider over here. So we allow you to change the tone, the amount of compression and the girth and the thickness of the tone, and with the clean sound you can actually blend in some distortion underneath as well. Now on the distortion sound, very cool. Now, up here in the settings selection, you can actually see all of the different key switches that we give you access to, where you get to see the wealth of how powerful this instrument actually is. So you have everything from forcing upstrokes on the pick, downstrokes, dead notes or ghost notes, slaps, dead slaps, pop, dead pop, harmonics, legato, tapping, and then the slide trigger, perfectly programmed slides from any note to any other note at the speed or the velocity ramp that you want. We have a fret hand mute, we have palm muting alternate, dead strums, dead palm rest, and then over here, of course, we allow you to force the strings that you actually program on so you can get exactly the kind of tonality that you're after depending on the performance that you're programming for. Here, we allow you to change the tuning. There's a bunch of different presets, and over here is the bend range as well. You can use the MIDI pitch bend parameter to simulate essentially bends and vibrato as well. And in a nutshell, that's Nocturnal Bass. You can find the link down below, and I'll see you in the next one.